welcome to another episode of Anime Splash. I'm Neil Trotter.
I'm Ricky Morris.
So in Anime Splash, what we do is we watch the first 3 episodes of an anime, and based only off those first 3 episodes do we decide whether or not we want to continue watching the show or just not watch anymore. So that's kind of the whole premise. So keep in mind, it's not really a review show, it's not really a preview show, that's really the idea behind it. So, take that for what it is. Today, we're going to be talking about an anime that's got a lot of hype. Everybody's telling me it's great. Everybody's telling me I should watch it. I know a lot of people that love this anime. It's called Attack on Titan. It's kind of new. And we're going to first start off with a plot breakdown by Ricky.
Alright, so this anime focuses on a character named Eren and his adopted sister, and they live in the future where humans have regressed to medieval type of a setting, mostly because of the appearance of these giant monsters called Titans that look like just giant humans that eat people, and so all of humanity has boarded themselves up in these giant walls to protect themselves from the Titans. But one day one of the Titans, like a really big Titan, just breaks through the wall, and they all go in, and they kill a lot of people. And Eren, watches his mom get eaten and everything, and so he vows to exterminate every single Titan. And he joins the army, and yeah, he's going on to gain the skills to kill all the Titans.
There you go. That's a basic synopsis. Like I said, it's got a lot of hype. I don't know anybody who doesn't like this show. And I can see why. It's a really, really good show overall. Very good. At least that's what I think. I know Ricky, I don't know, you might have didn't like it. Okay, that's cool. What does it do? Other than the fact that it's basically a survival disaster story, pretty much. Like, these people have to fight against these giant Titan things that are basically the enemy of humanity. And humanity's at the brink of extinction, and their only hope is this front. They're going to put up this front against the Titans using some cool combat, what involves them using zip ties of some type, flying across the air.
System, I think they call it.
The what?
Yeah, 3D movement system.
Oh, 3D move, okay. Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah, but yeah, it's like zip lines everywhere.
Yeah, that combat's kind of cool to watch, because the humans are small and the Titans are giants, so you have to see all that, which is cool. So it's a good combat in there, but also besides the combat, they also explore some really deep concepts, which is why I liked it more so. It talks about, I liked how it talked about the idea of why somebody would want to kind of join an army or like join the military. Why would somebody want to, basically risk their lives and fight, put themselves through such stress and, chaos? Think about people who join the army and willingly want to be a part of a war. Why would you want to do that? This kind of examines that part, which kind of goes into the whole psychology of it, and that's cool. And also another deep concept it talks about, and I love stories that do this specifically. It's stories that talk about when you have this false sense of safety. You people are living in the safety, like in the story, right? This story, Attack on Titan, they live in this walled city, and it hasn't been touched with for hundreds of years.
Or just like 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years. So, and because the wall is so tall, the giant Titans can't get in. But eventually what happens is that, like Ricky said, the Titan tall enough is able to get in. But the main character was always on the speculative side, talking about how, hey, we shouldn't be so comfortable. You never know when something could happen. Are we really safe? And then they start talking about, is this even if we were to live like this in safety with this wall, is this really a good way to live? Kind of like a victim of the Titans.
Cat. They
it,
kept like referring to themselves as cattle.
and so that's a philosophical question. Maybe it's better to just, tear down those walls and just try and fight the Titans then and there. Instead of living life like, they say cattle. More like, I'm thinking like living like little bitches. So basically is the point that the protagonist is making. We need to take back our world. And we're just kind of like little cowards in these walls. But then, you also got to think of the point like, you're probably not going to win. I mean, these guys are just way too strong. This is your best bet at survival. But then now the question is, maybe it's better to just die then. And, live life. Don't live life on your knees. Live life die standing up type of idea. So they throw that whole concept at you, which I like that. That's kind of cool. And so, yeah, they got some really intense moments, some really emotional scenes, family members getting killed in front of other family members, all types of friends getting killed in front of friends, all types of intense moments, cool zip line action. It's basically this show basically has a whole shebang. I do have two complaints. I'll talk about the smaller one first, because that's not really important. There's a smaller where sometimes they'll get into these monologues, and I think they'll overdo that whole anime background wind thing that you do a lot in a lot of animes. They'll be talking and then shh, and it's really loud, and it's kind of makes the whole drama of the monologue go away, in my opinion. But that's a little thing, right? But the bigger thing, and I know, okay, this is when people are gonna comment and be like, "You're an idiot," or "Why are you saying this?" But fortunately, I'm not alone. I know a lot of other people who think this too. So I think that overall, some of the Titans look cool, but overall, some of the Titans look pretty stupid looking. They remind me a lot of the main character, or the mascot of Mad Magazine. So the Giants, these Titans, the bad guys, they look basically like trolls. So what happens is that you'll have a very dramatic scene where obviously the people who wrote the story, the developers of this anime, they want to make you almost cry, be in the tears, or you want your heart's supposed to be tugged. And that would have happened if the bad guys didn't look so. Oftentimes I found myself laughing out loud, just because the stupidity of the facial expressions of these bad guys. I mean, you really should. I know people are going to comment. They would be like, "You don't know what you're talking about." I'm telling you, those bad guys look really stupid, and I think it really, for me, is just ultimately a bad choice of just bad monster design, really. Now they have there's a cool one. There's like one that's kind of armored, and then there's one with no skin. Those are cool, but just the normal the ones, they just look like giant trolls. And it kind of defeats the drama, and it just makes me laugh. Which I was entertained by that. I actually liked laughing during those dramatic moments, but I'm sure that wasn't the intent of the creator. So I guess that would be one flaw. But other than that, I thought it was pretty cool. What else? Cool storytelling techniques. Another cool thing they do, I guess it's not that unique, is they do a little foreshadowing where I guess the protagonist has dreams and he's dreaming about the future, or like a foreshadowing, which I've seen that in many stories before. So that's kind of cool. Really advanced storytelling techniques they use. Well, what about you? Overall, you liked it?
Yeah, and I kind of disagree with the design of the Titans.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, and I don't know. I like it. I just think it gives like contrast to me. It's like a bigger impact. Like I'm always going to remember, those Titans. Like the one without the skin is cool, but I'm always going to remember the one that's just eating like all these humans with a smile on his face, and he's like. And I read up on some lore on the show, and apparently like the Titans don't even need to eat the humans. They live off of sunlight, so they're just doing it just
Yeah, for
because.
fun. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
synopsis is. Yeah, just doing it for fun.
Yeah, so it gives even more meaning to troll phase. They're just trolling humanity.
I got you. I think somebody who watches anime is probably going to be, they're accustomed to that, to the whole bad guys not looking the traditional kind of bad guy like. I think somebody more does not watch anime that much, a more general audience type of person is, I wouldn't say get caught off guard. They're gonna be they gonna bust out laughing because that's what I watched this show with people who don't really watch anime, and we were just laughing our heads off.
I'll admit, I wasn't brought to tears, but it's just I just found it more interesting than anything. Just the design.
Okay, well, that's cool. I think they could have achieved more of an emotional, they could have done better emotionally if they had more fiercer looking bad guys. But I don't know, it is very unique, I guess. But, I mean, uniqueness can only go so far, man. Whatever, it's cool. But overall, great show. Great show. Would I watch the other episodes? Maybe. Probably. We have one of our associates, one of the leaders of this convention we went on. He said no, I wouldn't watch it because the bad guys look stupid, and it's not so much that, it's just that he just was not interested. It wasn't even he was turned off. It lowered his interest in the show because the bad guys look like trolls. But so I'm kind of in that area too. I probably would, but maybe 75%. But I'm sure you're like 100%.
Yeah, I'll continue watching it.
Yeah, and a lot of people will, and for most people, they've already huge fans of the show. They're watching this, so like people are like, this show is amazing. What are you talking about? But I'm kind of speaking more for the person who's never seen this show. You gotta have that's something to consider, and more so people who watch anime very casually. I think you're gonna find a few more flaws in it than the anime fan who's probably gonna be really into it. But Attack on Titan, it deserves the hype that it's getting. It's a great show. I guess at the end, we give our who would watch it, who would not watch it. I would say Ricky would watch it. I would put probably will watch it, but not 100%. But until next time, thanks for watching. It's always cool. Make sure you comment. You can say whatever you want. Yeah, if you have an opinion, it's all good. We like to conversate. If you want to talk more on a critical level, that's cool, because I'll talk back with you. If you want to be more like kind of a troll yourself, if you want to do that, then I'm not going to comment. But I'm going to laugh at you. I'm going to laugh at the comment. That's always good to always brightens my day too. So whatever you want to do, comments are great, whatever it is. But until next time, check us out. This is Anime Splash.